Hello everyone, it's your boy Proph Rye, and I'm back with another video, another interesting topic. Yes, that's right. Now I know a lot of people are thinking, rah, what topic does Proph Rye have to speak about today? What is on the agenda today? Well, people, we're gonna talk about this. We're gonna get into this, man, because this topic is really emotional for me because this is something that I've been through, and what I'm gonna explain a lot of things about this topic that I'm gonna get deep inside, which is happening in my family, in your family, and many families across the whole wide world. And like I said, there's nothing good about this topic that I'm about to mention now. It is heartbreaking when you actually find out the truth about certain things. And like I said, these videos that I'm putting out is for everyone to actually watch these videos and learn from these videos and understand and know what is what. And a lot of people will actually seem to get flashback and memories from when they do, you know what I mean, watch these videos, and they get a perfect understanding and say, shit, man, why did I watch this video? And you know what, it's a good thing that I watched this video because what Proph Rye is saying is actually true. I've witnessed this. This has happened to me. So people, we're going to get into it, man. Now, a lot of people are probably thinking, what's the topic? Well, the topic, people, is called sex magic. That's right, sex magic. Now, a lot of people are thinking, huh? Sex magic? What's sex magic? What am I going to do magic to get sex? Or when I have sex, is there going to be magic performed? Or, well, let me tell you something. Sex magic is not just only you having sex with a woman, or a man going to have sex with a man, or a woman going to have sex with a woman. It is more deeper than that, people. It goes way deeper than that. And when you actually know what is happening in the background and what's happening in the room with you, and people don't seem to understand because people are not spiritual, they don't understand spirituality, you need to understand that there's a lot of spirits involved in these things, people. So before I actually kick off the topic, people, I'm going to go into a video that I've seen online, and I'm going to use this man, L.A. Lewis, for a perfect example. And I'm going to let you lot see a quick little clip of him misleading someone, telling them that they should perform this sex magic. And this is something that I've spoken to L.A. Lewis a few times. We talk on the phone sometimes, and you know, I've tried to get him to change his ways and come over to a righteous path, as you know, he believes that he's serving Nyanke, Pang, and Gaia, which are all false gods and actually demons, and he believes that they're the gods of the earth, and they make him do a lot of stupid things, man. You always know when someone is not a righteous person, because you will know them by the fruits that they bear, people. And this is no joke. So before I actually get into the topic, I'm going to share this clipping with you lot quickly, so you lot can watch this quick clipping and get an understanding of him trying to mislead somebody. And he's even tried to do this to me and tell me that I'm not living life and all of these things, and because I'm not actually going out having sex with just anybody and doing threesomes, which I've done a lot of that during my young days. I don't understand why someone would don't get me wrong, people. When you're doing threesomes and stuff like that, and when you don't know the truth, it seems all nice and gloomy. But once you know the truth about these things, people, you actually think, you know, this is horrible, it's nasty. This is not something I want to do. This is not something I want to get into. Anyone that does stuff like this don't respect themselves. Neither do they respect God. They're not living a righteous life, are they? No, they're not. So people, let's get into this clipping. See? The devil's messing about. Play. Sorry about this, people. It's always when you're getting into things.
You want to ring Mr. Dave? You want Mr. Dave? You know, you forgot to do a thing called sex magic. You need to go buy some pussy, you know.
He's telling the man to you that he needs to go and buy pussy.
You never think say you want some fuck yet? So you want a girl to suck off your cocky and fuck yet? Well, that's the thing about it. Yeah. But Mr. Dave, you're not lucky enough to find a hot girl from one year. Well, that's a fuck hot girl. Long time. What time now? So Mr. Dave, look at money where you get from the government, and look at money where you also, Mr. Dave. Go buy some pussy, Mr. Dave, it name sex magic. What was that name? Sex magic. You never hear about it yet? No. See, Mr. Dave.
Stay away from sex magic, people.
Sex magic yet. And that them do them hide the things them from, you know. Same sex can bring you come here. Same sex can make you make money. Name sex magic, but me charge $2,500 US. I'll have to teach people about it. But you don't have the money, Mr. Dave, so I can't teach you about nothing. You broke like dog, Mr. Dave, no disrespect to you. But me talk the realness.
No, I think
Mr. Dave, if you know why you're the truth, don't call my phone. When you come on my place now, I know where you are here, you go here. Now where you off here, you go here. So you where you off here, Mr. Dave, hold on there. The power of sex magic.
According to Wikipedia, one practice of sex magic is using sexual arousal or orgasm with visualization of a desired result. A premise posited by sex magicians is the concept that sexual energy is a potent force that can be harnessed to transcend one's normally perceived reality.
Alright, you hear them, Mr. Dave?
yes, sir.
But call me tomorrow morning after 10. 8 after 10, boy, you have get children of $50 US. And I really fully me go teach you about, me go teach you a little thing, and when I go fuck two girl, make them get a nice blowjob and suck off your cocky head until the head feel like they hurt you. Then me go make a call for a certain name, and then you go see you. They go make quality, they go make more money than you, because woman take power from man, woman really give man power, but me go show you how you enhance that magic back up, Mr. Dave, because you need to free up. So when you come, I'm going to tell you officer, but me charge you $250 US for Mr. Dave. So call back tomorrow. Yes, man. Now you see the eye problem now you have. How long you have the eye problem now?
So we can end the video there.
Alright. You're going to get you that eye.
So people, you can see in that video, he's telling him that he can, if he pays $350, he's going to teach him about sex magic and how to make sex magic and how the women are going to make more money than him. So now you're going to go and pay prostitutes to have sex with them, 2 women, or vice versa. Lose power, lose energy, lose everything. It's a sin. It's not godly. It's not right. No one should be doing anything like that. And I'm happy that I'm on my journey with the Most High God, because I've learned so much. I've learned so much with these type of things. Like you can see, this is misleading the people. But you hear L.A. Lewis tell people that it took him 40 years to learn about these things and learn about women. And you can see he's a man that enjoys these things, because when he's doing these sex magic, he's sleeping with trans, he's sleeping with women that are hermaphrodites, born with 2 parts. These are all sex magic people. And he's sleeping with women that are actually mermaids, women that are all from all different type of walks of life. So whether he thinks he's sleeping with a woman, he's actually sleeping with a man. And this is why it's good to be disciplined people, and you don't give people your energy. You don't just give in to people like that. You don't just have sex with anyone. It's good to just wait. Because the longer you wait, sometimes cut the masturbation, give God the glory, wait, and you'll notice that God will send a decent woman in your way, in your life. A lot of men just want decent women. Yeah, a lot of men just want to live a decent life. So people, stay away from people like L.A. Lewis. Yeah, so getting into it, people. Just like, I'm going to continue from what he said there, because at a young age, people, and this is before the topic gets deep, I've performed a lot of sex magic, and it's also a blood covenant, people, between a few people. And like I said, you could be having, let's go back. When I was a young kid, growing up, from secondary school age, from the age of 14, I think my first threesome was, 14 years old. And you do it with your boys, man. You do it with your boys, you link up with a couple of girls, and you link up with a girl, you call it a bad bee, not knowing that sometimes these girls are witches. These are young witches, And you're chilling with young warlocks. Like I said, everyone's from different all type of life. You get me? A lot of people's in human form. People are half this, half that, half spirit. Some people are, they look like human, but their spirit is actually a mermaid. It could be something else. I've done a few threesomes. I've done a lot of threesomes with basically almost all of my boys. And when you look back, people, it is wrong. It is wrong. When you learn and find out what the real meaning and behind sex magic is, people, is wrong. It's totally wrong. And you can see what people are using it to do, to make money, to gain the world. It's a covenant between the spirits in the room with you and their false gods. A lot of people from young age actually serve false gods, but they'll say, I'm serving God. But they're actually serving a demon that is attached to them from birth because of what their family is and generational curse and all of these things. You get what I'm trying to say? So anyway, people, we're gonna move on from that, man. But I'm just happy I started the video of that. You lot got a good little understanding there. You get me? So we're gonna kick into it, man. You know how it goes, people. The work is getting serious these days, so I've got my notes. These days when I'm doing my work, I take notes because I want people to understand everything. I want them to know everything what's going on, people. I'm about to break down everything to you lot. So I'm gonna get into it, man. So if you don't know, people, by now, sex magic is a blood covenant. What is a blood covenant? A blood covenant is a covenant that you're making between your false gods and the spirits along with the room. And what you're doing is you're serving these demons. Basically, it's between demons. Yeah, and a lot of people do these things and they don't know that they're making a blood covenant because they're uneducated. And this is why I always say God says my people suffer for the lack of knowledge. You get me? So we're gonna move on. Sex magic. Sex magic is actually a traditional thing, people, yeah? And it goes way back to where, let me use Jamaica, because it happens in Jamaica. Let's use Africa as well. And let's say it's happening all over the world, but I'm going to use those countries, for example. I know many people have watched stuff on YouTube, online documentaries, and you see these people, family members are bringing, they say they're circumcised boys, right? But do you not know that they also circumcise the girls as well, where they cut their clitoris off, they cut their clitoris off, they cut their vagina lips off, and they stitch up the vagina to where it's really small and tight, to where I've even watched a documentary the other day where a woman was giving birth, people. She was giving birth, and when she got to the hospital, even the doctors and they was confused, and they didn't know how the baby was going to come out of that, to where when she did give birth, it was too late. When she got to the hospital, she had to give birth where she was. And it was just horrible because her vagina had a really severe tear, which almost caused internal bleeding and almost damage. The good thing that they managed to stitch it back up, but even her, she wasn't happy because she wasn't thinking, what is her partner going to think about her vagina now, and so on. So it can be stressful for her and the baby, man. These things are not right, people. These things shouldn't be happening. But these things are blood covenants, people. And who's in charge of these things? More time, the head of the family, so the grandma, the parents, the mum or the dad, they'll bring the child into the room. Just make sure I'm on the right thing here. Yeah, they'll bring their child into a room. It could be a special room where they have their false idols there, which is their gods and stuff like that. And like I said, their gods are watching. Their gods are watching, and they also have there's a lot of spirits in the room also there. So what the spirits are doing, the spirits are also taking from the blood. The gods are watching and making sure that everything is going smooth, everything's going towards plan, and that the deal is a done set deal. And this is what happened, people. And this is different to where I'm gonna get into the other parts of it as well, what these people actually do to these kids. But I'm just kicking it off there because this is one of the main things they do. And it sounds bad and it is upsetting people, but at the end of the day, this is what's going on in many families and many homes worldwide. Not only Jamaica, not just only Africa, but this is a worldwide thing. This is a serious blood covenant, people. This is no good. This is something that needs to be literally cut out, man. And like I said, it is a deal with their gods, their deities, the dark side, the idols that they serve, and even with hermaphrodites, people. This happens with hermaphrodites as well, because a lot of women have actually been born with actually two parts, a vagina and a penis. And this happens to men as well. There's men out here that have been born with two parts, vagina and a penis. So we're going to get off. We're going to move on. So, like I said, this gets done in a special room, people. And like I said, they have their gods there. They have spirits there. There's a lot of demons there. When this is going on, blood is being taken. Blood is being taken and covenants are being made. So these people are actually stealing blessings from the kid, stealing blessings from the baby, stealing their destinies, people. And they've been during when this is going on, deals are being made. And this gets passed down. Is a generational curse. It becomes a generational curse, which means the kids get brought up into doing these type of things as well. I told you, this gets deep and this gets sad, people. A lot of people think sex magic is just having sex with a man having sex with a woman, and making a covenant. a woman having sex with a woman. No, it goes way deeper, people. When you do your research and you have the real knowledge of sex magic, it goes way deeper. So moving on, people. Yeah, so a lot of the time you hear that people have been given long life. I know everyone can relate to this story because you even hear it in the music. Like I said, I'm from a Jamaican background. And when I listen to music, I hear it. If it's not someone saying darkness, man, or some people shouting out saying sinful, long life. When you hear people saying sinful, they're full of sin, you better believe it comes with all of these things, people. All of these things. So in order for these people to live to really, really old ages, you better believe they're stealing kids' destinies. They're stealing kids' destinies and they're stealing blessings. They're stealing everything away from the kid, energy, everything. And at this rate, it becomes a free for all because the kid gets passed around the family. And this is why I say you have to be careful who you let your kids go around and who babysit your kids. And this goes with your mum, your dad, your family member. You can't trust no one in this world, mate. Listen, we're living in an evil world here, people, where you can't trust no one. People are doing all type of things behind closed doors. It's ridiculous. It's sad. It's nasty. It's horrible. And they think they're getting away with this because, you know why? The law. A lot of witchcraft is being done, people. A lot of mind has been wiped through spells. And they think they're getting away with this because the kids don't come grow up talking about this. A lot of kids don't even remember stuff like this. Now, I'm going to tell you a quick story quickly. And this is about a woman that's on a journey. And I'm on a journey to the Most High God. She's on a journey to the Most High God. But this lady just don't learn. She does everything wrong. She does everything backwards, people. And she seems to be getting herself in serious trouble because the road is rough and the road is tough. And you see when you're... Sorry about this, people. You see when you're doing your journey to the Most High God, you're learning. So you have to be on point because, like I said, life is a test. And a lot of people fail these tests because they're not doing a journey with God. They've already sold out themselves and they're going to do a journey of the dark side. They're serving darkness. They're serving demons. They're serving dainties and fake idols and all of these things. So this lady, she met a man in a club. She met a man in the club, people. And she meant to be on her journey. But this is what I'm trying to say. You can't be weak to flesh. Your mind have to be stronger than your flesh, people. You don't want to be making a mistake. You can lose your blessings. You can lose your destiny like this. Now, this lady's going through a tough time right now. Everything is going bad in her life. And she was warned. She was warned, people. She was warned about having sex and having sex with just anyone. You meant to use a discernment. This lady was just excited to have a few drinks in the night. She met a random man in the club, and this man really tested her spirit, man. The man told her, people, that he was sent by God. And that he's been watching her for a few hours now in a party. And what the man really saw is that she was drunk and out of it. And he took advantage. But not only that, she was horny and she took advantage of her own self. Because now she set herself back massively to where things are going wrong in her life. Things are going bad in her life. Bearing in mind, these people have sickness going on, man. Downstairs. And they're not telling people about it. Especially when they're going to have sex with people. They're not telling people that they have sickness. So they're spreading things. All see, blood covenants again. Oh, God. But anyways, instead of going home after a wonderful night, she went back to the man's house. Next day, bragging and boasting about how she had a wonderful night and it's been a long time and so on and so on. Not knowing that she's had sex with literally a demon. And this is why you have to be careful, people. Because many people come to you in human form. And you'll be surprised to know that, listen, this is why you have to test the spirit, people. Use the spirit of discernment. Because wolf in sheep clothing are deadly. They have no chill. They're deadly. And you see when you're on your path of righteousness and you're on your journey, yes, this is when you have to use it the most because you're not just living in darkness. You're not just out here having sex with anyone. You're trying to be on point. And that's when the devil's going to test you the most. That's when the Most High is going to test you the most. The Most High is going to send any little test your way. You get me? And people are failing this like there's no tomorrow, people. You get me? So that's the story on her anyways. But I'm going to get back into the actual topic. And, you know, that's just to give everyone a little brief of why you got to be careful. Because she made a blood covenant. You get me? And she's caught things. The man's caught things. And like I said, the spirits benefit from that. Satan is laughing. Ha ha, he. You get me? So we're going to move on, people, man. So like I said, this starts from a baby, people. Like I said, is a family tradition. My family is a big part of this tradition. They're Freemasons. A lot of them love this shit. They're involved in this shit. Yeah, I'm gonna get onto my story soon, but before that, I'm gonna keep it flowing with the notes because, like I said, this is a deep story. When the story is really, really deep, I take my notes down and I make sure that I'm on point because I want people to learn. I want people to know the truth. I want people to know what's really happening. So, like I said, it starts from a baby, man, and it starts from the mother, the father, and it starts from your household. And then, like I said, you have godparents, yeah. They start leaving you at friends' house, and you'll be surprised to know that you're going to these people's house thinking that you're going to play with the kids and have fun and have a holiday. To find out that even these people are touching you. So what's happening when these people are touching you as well? You're losing more energy, which means you're slowly dying. You're slowly dying, people. You're losing energy. These people are touching you. They're doing all type of stuff like sucking your penis. These are the stuff that the devil have them doing. Satan have them doing. The demons have them doing, people. Sucking your penis, playing with your bum hole, all of these type of things. These things are not right. And what's happening? A lot of spirits are going onto the baby. A lot of spirits are going to the baby. You're taking from that baby. They're taking from the kid. Now, a lot of people might look and say this is madness, but everyone out there that knows what I'm talking about knows what I'm talking about. Anyone spiritually knows what I'm talking about. They know what I'm talking about. And it's as simple as that. You get me? So we're going to move on. So yeah, if this being said, people, this becomes a free for all. But like I said, you're being passed around. Your mum's leaving you all around the place. Not only is your mum and your dad and your immediate family touching you, now you're a family from the wider scale. Your aunties and that are touching you. You're going there, your auntie's kids are touching you. And then now, as you get older, you have those spirits now because it's a covenant, you know. So everyone is making a blood covenant with you. And then now you start growing up having sex with your family members and your cousins growing up and you think it's right. And then you're making covenants as a young kid. Kids are making covenants. But anyway, we're going to move on, people, because this gets deep and it gets deep. I haven't even told you about my circumstances yet. You get me? Anyways, I want people to know. The reason why a lot of these things are not highlighted and these things are not really out there in the open like that, because people don't understand that the government are involved in these type of things. You get me? The scientists are involved in a lot of these things. Anyone that is serving darkness are in some type of higher power for riches and all of these things are involved in these type of things, people. Why do you think paedophiles do not get long time in prison? And they protect their own. Paedophiles are their own. And it might sound crazy, but it's just the truth. The government and all of these high society people, they do things like this to reach higher levels. Once they do things like this, and these things like this is basically proving their loyalty with Satan, proving their loyalty with their false gods, who are demons. But you're always going to go back to Satan, the devil, and Lucifer, because they're the top tier of the earth, and we all know this. And whoever don't know this now. You get me? But we're going to move on. You get me? So who are people that are involved in these things, people? We have your favorite TV actress. So whoever you're watching soaps, you like to watch soaps at EastEnders and all of these things, you better believe a lot of these people are involved in these things. The music industry. You think they're just getting these millions and these thousands just like that? Huh? You'll be surprised. These people are top tier in touching kids and doing blood covenant with kids. And you'll be surprised. A lot of these people have kids and they're touching their kids. They're touching other people's kids. And this is why I said you got to be careful who you leave your kids with. Because people are not normal. A lot of people out here are demons, fam. You get me? A lot of people out here are demons. Listen, it's a way Proph Rye, man. You know I'm here to talk about the realness and the realness only. You get me? We're going to move on. All right. So, now, if you notice, people, who am I going to use, for example, now? I'm in the UK. I'm in London. I'm going to use, I saw something the other day. Who's been exposed the other day? Philip Schofield. Is Schofield? The one that I was working on, is it Good Morning UK? Good Morning Britain? ITV? He was exposed the other day. He's got a wife. And he was exposed for sleeping with a young boy from the TV set. And what happened? When things like that happen, people, you don't really hear no more of him. His career is damaged. Everything's damaged. But he still can't come out and speak to the people and say that what he's done is wrong, or he shouldn't have done this and that, and like it was the demons that made me do this, it was the dark side that made me do this, I couldn't have got this contract if I didn't do this. He's not going to say that, because if he does that, he goes against the blood covenant that he made, which means that they can kill him for that. The demons and the dark side will kill him for that. You get me? This is why a lot of people don't want to repent. When God tells them to repent and confess of their sins, they're running away, they're hiding, they don't want to repent. But the truth is, if they did repent, God will give them a blight. You get me? And they will learn to serve God, and they will expose everything about what's going on. But these people don't want to repent. You know why? Because they know what they've done is sickening. It's sickening, and it looks bad. It looks damn well bad, people. You get me? But we're going to move on. Yeah, so we're going to move on, people. So, like we said, kids are meant to be pure. Kids are meant to be pure, right? From a baby's born, a baby's meant to be pure until the age where he's meant to have sex. But the truth be told is that we've been misled. We've been misled, people, and we've all living life wrong, because even in the schools, they teach you witchcraft. They don't teach you the right thing. And if they taught everyone, listen, if they're actually teaching people about God, you'll know that you won't have sex until God sends you your spiritual spouse, which is just like you, made out of your ribs, people. You get me? A righteous woman. When you look around in the world, there's hardly no righteous woman. And when you look around in the world again, there's hardly no righteous men. There's kids and people from all type of different walk of life. It's a mess. It's a mess. Now, I've got nothing against anyone or any type of walks of life. But at the end of the day, I stand for righteousness. I know what is righteousness, which means that if I'm going to have to go celibate, I'm born again. I'm going celibate until I meet the right ones, the right women's. You get me? And this is how it should be. This is why people are having kids and making covenants with people from different type of walks of life. I haven't come across a kid recently or in a while that is actually a fully righteous kid. You get me? A fully righteous kid. But we're gonna get into them things there, you know. We're gonna get into them things there. Just, you get me? Let's just keep it flowing with the order. You get me? So like I said, the kid people, the babies are meant to be pure. But in school, when you reach, I think it was year 6 already. From year 6, I think it was, they started teaching sex education in school. And they start teaching you, fair enough, they're teaching you about wearing a condom, which is right. Everyone should be wearing a condom. But they should be telling their kids, listen, no one should be having sex at all. Everyone should be serving God. And when you're serving God, God will tell you and give you a woman. You get me? And down the line, you'll get a wonderful wife, which is for you. You're made out of your ribs. That wife is just like you. A lot of marriage out here and people out here is a covenant. Sex magic. They're unevenly yoked. They shouldn't even be together. That's why marriages and that don't last. Because what she's craving she's been run by demons, and what she's craving is not enough for her. He's being run by demons. What he's craving is not enough for it. And that's why you have a lot of marriage where men are going out there sleeping with anyone, sending dick pictures to just anyone, and women are out there hiding, having sex at work, hiding, having sex with all type of different people, coming back home, oh, baby, I love you. And this is what they do. It's fake. And this is why when you're walking on the road right now, I see a lot of marriage. You can see the sins in the marriage, people. Nothing is being told. People are just seeing the good side, but they're not seeing the bad side of things. They're not seeing that they don't even want to be with each other, but they literally become, it's a company thing. They don't want to be lonely. People are scared to be lonely. So they end up making blood covenants, people. And it's that deep, it's real. You get me? But anyways, I'm going to give you a lot of story now about my family, people, and what I've been through. Because like I said, it's been 2 years now since I've been on my journey with the Most High God, and I've been spiritually woke, and I've been on my journey with God. And you get me? I'm living in my purpose. I'm doing the will of God. I'm doing what God has put me on the earth to do. And I didn't know that my family, people, were so demonic and so into these things where I literally broke down and I cried. when things was revealed to me. So when I saw that my mum and my dad was touching me, bearing in mind, I didn't meet my dad till I was 18, but I remember maybe like around 3 years old, 4 years old, I met him once or twice. He used to come to the house, probably have sex with my mum. I'll probably be there, and I think that's the last time I've seen him there. I think I saw him when I got a bit older, only once, because he's a bus driver, driving the bus people. And then from that, it's just like, last time I met him when I was 8 years old, and I met him because of his sister. And this is why it's crazy, because you can be out here, even though family members are sleeping with family members anyways, I could have been out here sleeping with sisters that I didn't know that is my sister. And it was BBM, Blackberry days, where one of the girls that I used to talk to from Angeltown, and she was a twin, I'll never forget her, Rosdy, and Niobe, two nice girls, you get me? Yeah, man, I was really close with them. And I always used to hear that I had a sister, and it's crazy because this goes back to where, if I go back to where, even now I'm getting memory back. If I go back to where my mum was married to my dad's brother, who's Uncle Goldie, and we used to stay in that house. I remember always, there was like 2 other girls there. That could have been my sister, I'm not sure. But I think he had these other daughters there, and it's like, we was young, and like I said, because of what happened to us, we already attracted these spirits. So this is why I try and say, this is why I always say, young kids are even doing blood covenants now and sex magic. Because I'm sure we used to be in that house, and we used to play, and we used to touch each other and all of these things, and touch each other's private parts, and it was really bad. There was no one there to tell us stop and stuff like this, and it was really crazy, man. And like I said, it's embarrassing people, and it goes to the point where my mum, I was molested. You get me? My mum done stuff to my penis, she done stuff to my bum. God don't sleep. God sees everything, people. He sees everything, man. You get me? And then it's like she introduced my dad to do certain things as well. And it's like, I had godparents, and I was going to their house, and I know I always cried when I went there, and I always rushed to go back home, and other family members, and it's like, I became a pastor parcel for abuse, to be molested. You get me? And like I said, a lot of these things, they put spells on you, and you're just thinking, huh? I don't remember this, I don't remember that. And then you're getting your memory back slowly, you're getting your memory back on your journey with God now, you're getting your memory back, you're thinking, shit. You start breaking out, you start crying when things are being shown to you, and you just start, it's really sad, people, trust me, it's sad. And if I go back to 3 years ago, I've got 2 boys, Kai and Zakari, one's 6 and one's 5, and my stepdaughter's 7. Now, this is where it gets sad, because this is something that I've seen growing up, and this is how I know that this is a generational curse, and this is a repeat. One evening, like I said, I cook food almost every day when I'm in the house. The kids was quiet, man. The kids was quiet. And I went into the room to check on them, but I sneak up. I always love to sneak up. I sneaked up, and I went around the corner because they got a bunk bed in their room. And this is why sometimes people, let me tell you something. Do not let your son and your daughter sleep in the same room. And try not to let the kids sleep in the same bed as you. Yeah? Anyways, they'll share in a room. And more time, they got all their toys in their room. They're playing in their room. And I went in there. And then I sneaked up on them. And I could see my stepdaughter telling my son to perform certain things on her. Bearing in mind, people, they're really, really young, man. They're really, really young. But I'm going to give you the story about myself and why, when I saw that, I noticed that this was a repeat, and this actually hurt me. It's hurtful because it brought back memories to myself. And he had his trousers down, she had her knickers off, and if I didn't get there in time, people, trust me, them young 2 kids there, brothers and sisters, would have had sex. They would have had sex. They would have had sex, people. And these are spirits roaming around in the kids from blood covenants, from what's going on. Now, I'm going to get into a story, people, yeah? When I was about 9 years old, my mum used to look after a lot of kids. And I'm sure a lot of these kids can come out and speak about if they was abused as well. Because, like I said, a lot of my aunties, my mum, everyone, they're all abusing kids, people. And I got a cousin called Kanisha, right? And she was about probably 12, 13 at the time. Yeah, she was, yeah. I'm sure she was in secondary school, and I was probably just about touching 9 years old, going to 10. But anyways, we see certain things in the house, and we have a lot of spirits on us because of what the abuse we've been going through. Because when I picked up, I'm a spiritualist, when I picked up a lot of things and I realised my auntie molested her kids, and she had a lot of men. She was in a relationship with a lot of men. She's got about 13 kids, I think, and a lot of them got different dads. And a lot of men was actually doing blood covenants with her and actually touching her kids. That's why you have to be careful, people. Even the men that you bring in your family, in your home, are demons. They're on a mission. They're working for the devil. She was molested by her mum's boyfriend's people. I don't think she told anyone this. And even now, even what happened between me and her, it's only now that I've been on my journey, I got some courage to speak. And it's like something is forcing me to expose them all and speak. God was forcing me, people. And I even put these stuff on. I even put these stuff up on my Snapchat before I deleted it. I had about from just getting just over 100 views a day. I've never seen. I've had 1,000 views, people, when I was exposing everything. And now, my cousin one day, my mum went out to the shop. And when I tell you something, people, my cousin's laying on the bed, and yeah, man, she told me to come in the bed. Was in the bed, took my trousers down, and she said, "Let's have sex." And I didn't know nothing about sex. I didn't know what to start, but she taught me. And I was only 10 years old, people. If you saw the amount of blood that came from my penis, my foreskin was ripped. My foreskin was ripped. I had a lot of blood draining out. That blood also went on her. It went all over the place, and I had to clean up. But even that was a blood covenant between me and my cousin, people. Now, that's something that I didn't speak about. That happened when I was around 10 years old, people. Bear in mind, 9, 10 years old. And now, the only time I spoke about that when I was 28 years old. And I'm going to be honest with you, lot. I'm not going to lie about nothing. That would have went to the grave with me. I was so embarrassed. That would have went to the grave with me, people. Shit. Sorry, people. Distractions as usual.
Ever shared your Cadbury Easter egg?
That would have went to the grave with me, people, because that was so embarrassing to know that your cousin is the one that took your virginity. And when I saw her, every time I saw her, if I go to family parties and stuff like that, we'll say, "Hello, you're right," and I'll look away. You know, when because of shame and you know that you two have done something, you look away. You get me? There was a time when my auntie was staying at my house, and it's like, these same spirits that took over my body because I've been molested and stuff like that. There was like a few of us sleeping in the living room. And it's just like, I don't know what, mate, I was really young. It's like, I was laying behind my auntie, but I felt myself like I'm trying to pull her shorts down. I'm trying to whine on her. And I'm thinking to myself, like, fuck. When I got to a certain age, I was thinking, shit, man, a lot of these things is horrible. This is before you get into like having the threesomes with your friends and all of these things. And a lot of people can relate to this, but a lot of people are not going to come out and talk the truth. They're not going to tell no on these things. A lot of them are scared because they've got this thing where they say they like to keep it in the family, people, and this thing's real. My brother is sleeping around with his auntie, his cousins. There's rumors going around the family saying that my big brother has raped one of my cousins. There's rumor going around saying that my brother has slept with my big sister, the one that's in Moseley Hospital. And even the reason why she's been mentally ill for the past 13 years, people, is because my mum and dad put a spell on her. Her spirit is in a dark place, but her flesh is in Moseley. A lot of people don't understand spirituality. So a lot of people say this guy is talking rubbish. Mentally ill just happens like that. No. People make people mentally ill. Mentally ill, all these mental hospitals is another version of prisons where they keep a lot of good people that have tried to speak up about the system, that have tried to speak up about what their family is doing. You get me? These stuff is emotional, people. But anyway, we're going to move on, man. So like I said, family members are touching kids, and it's happening all over my family. A lot of them, you see, they gather up. It's like, they're like, my family are Freemasons. They're like, they're lodge. They're in a cult. You see them going to church, but it's a revival church. It's not the real church. They're not serving the true and living God. You get me? They're serving demons, people. Now, my family members, many of them are all walks of life. Many of them are not real, and they know this. This is why a lot of them are hiding from me right now. A lot of them are trying to kill me. I've been going through spiritual attacks for the past 2 years. They've been trying to wipe me out. But when God says yes, no one can say no. And God always says, touch not my anointed one. You get me? Touch not my anointed one and do my prophet no harm. Now, they didn't understand that memo, which means a lot of them are going to face their judgment and they will feel the wrath of God. I leave everything to God. You get what I'm trying to say? So now we're going to move on, people, man. You get me? I know this is an interesting topic, and I know a lot of people will cry. And the reason why I say a lot of people will cry, because a lot of people have been molested by their parents and their family. You get me? Talking about this is not easy. And even when I saw the vision and I got back a lot of my memory, they put a lot of spell on me, you know. They put a lot of spell on me, hoping that I'll never come and talk about these things. And you can see they try to execute me as well. You get me? A lot of people don't talk about these things, people. A lot of people have been molested out there. A lot of girls. Don't think just because you see a girl out there having sex with this man. She was trained and controlled to be like that. Because of what happened to her during her young days, she can never be satisfied. Just like my ex-partner. Same thing with her. It's an ongoing thing. Her mum touched her. Her mum touched her little daughter. People have been touching my kids. Her boyfriends, all these men. I've seen my ex-partner, mum, with at least 5 to 6 men within the space of 1 year. Now, a lot of these people out here destroying good men. You get me? There's a lot of men that have been put in prison for something they didn't do. The blames have been put on them. Witchcraft is in the way, which made the judge give them long time in prison for something they didn't do. Rumours saying that they've touched a kid. Now, I'm happy God has put me on my journey and took me out of that family. I haven't seen my kids in 2 years now. And my ex-partner's keeping them away from me. Even though she did mention at the start of my deliverance that the kids are not mine. She said that boldly with her mouth open in front of everyone. These are not even his kids. When I was in a relationship with her, she was out there sleeping with bare people, making all type of blood covenants. Don't get me wrong. I've made mistakes myself, but it wasn't as bad that I've seen how she was doing it. You get me? Sleeping with my family members, sleeping with my brother, sleeping with a lot of my friends from the ends. Even before we got together, she slept with a lot of my friends from the ends. You get me? And people like me, we go through these things that when we have good hearts sometimes, and this is what I'm trying to say, when you have that heart, that passion of Christ in you, you feel sorry for people, and people come to you wearing a mask because she tricked me. Yeah, she told me that I cut her off on her birthday one time. I disappeared for a year, and then she had a kid. She told me that she's not with the guy no more. He was rude to her and said that she used to call her fat, put her down all the time, and she had a daughter 4 months old. And like I said, I'm a guy with a good heart, man, and me and her, we have been close together from like the age of 14. We used to make each other laugh. You get me? Just to find out now my journey that she's not even really human like that. You get me? You have a lot of women out here that are witches, people. You get me? England, 75% are witches and warlocks. People from different kinds, they'll sacrifice you and kill you. She had plans with my family and friends. She was just another agent sent by the devil. So when I got on my journey, people, I lost everyone. I lost my boys. I haven't seen my kids in 2 years. God separate me from them. God said, come out from amongst them. Be ye separate. You get what I'm trying to say? It wasn't easy, people. People might look at me and say that I look like I've been through nothing, you know. I look 16. I'm actually 30. I'm actually 30 years old in the next 2 months in April. You get me? I know I still look fresh than 16, but that's God that does them type of things there. You get me? But if I told you, look, how much I cried when I found out my own mum was trying to kill me, people, trying to sacrifice me, people, I cried. When she's going to Jamaica to do witchcraft for me and stuff like that, people, I cried. God picked me up. God picked me up from the dust and gave me life, people. Born again, gave me a brand new spirit, everything. People, I curled up in my bed at night time. I cried like a baby, thinking, how can my mum do this to me. I haven't seen my kids. It hit when it kicks in. I didn't see my kids for a short period of time. Knowing that you're with your kids every day, cooking them some nice dinner, play fighting with them all the time. For a woman to tell you that these kids are not even yours. I've wasted 8 years. And I'm not going to say I wasted 8 years of my life. But you see me, I'm a proper man. I'm a good man. You get me? I love kids and I believe I've done the will of God there. You get me? Whether those kids are not mine or not, I will still cherish those kids. And I know after my journey, like I said, God gave me a brand new spirit. God will give them my DNA. You get me? This is why your journey with the Most High God is really important, people. There's a lot of men out here that are looking after kids that are not theirs. 75% of men out here are raising kids that are not theirs. A lot of these kids have been spiritually birthed, the same way how I came through my mom spiritually. I'm just here to do the will of God. A lot of kids are here from darkness, from deals and covenants that have been made. This is why you have to be careful who you're sleeping with. Because when you're out here and you're having kids with just anyone, people, that is sex magic. If you don't know the spirit behind that woman you're having sex with, people, you better believe they're using your sperm to bring forward, whether they're bringing forward a kid from them, bringing forward a baby from the marine world, or a sea creature, or a kid, a reptilian. I told you, I haven't seen any righteous family. But anyway, we're going to move on, people, man. I know I didn't even look at that's see when I start preaching about things like this, I've just gone into my emotions, you know what I mean? Because trust me, people, a lot of people think that my life is easy, people. Trust me. I could be here smiling making this video. You won't even know 2 nights ago, I was in my bed crying. Because these things hit different. These things hit different, people's emotional. You get me? Even right now, I'm talking about it, my eyes have started to water, but I don't want to cry on camera right now. I don't want to do that. I need to keep strong to make sure that, you know, I'm doing the video and everyone can learn from these things and people can learn from my mistakes, even though I know sometime in life, if I didn't go through these things, how would I be able to be here to talk to everyone about these type of things right now? I couldn't, because I haven't experienced it. But there's a lot of people that are going through these things and they don't know where to turn. They don't know what they got themselves into. They don't know what type of covenant they made. They don't know what type of sex magic they're doing. They're just out here using your penis, people. Now, as much as my penis get hard sometimes, I no longer think of my penis. My penis has to respect my mind. If your penis is not respecting your mind, you're finished. You're finished. And this is why there's only a few percentage of people that is making it into heaven. Because everyone's lost. And not everyone is from God out here. Get me? Not everyone is from God out here. I'll tell you that now. The last time I checked, there was only 144 chosen ones. You get me? I'm not even a chosen one. I'm a prophet. You get what I'm trying to say? So, people, you have to do the maths. People have to want this for themselves. You have to want to do your journey for yourself. You have to want to know God for yourself. You get me? A lot of people think that God is harsh. He's not harsh. God is a loving God. He's just making sure that people do the right thing and people learn. Discipline is everything, people. I've gone through times knowing that I ain't got money. And I stress less. I'm with God. I'm not going to go out there and do covenant and do all of these type of things like L.A. Lewis is telling that man. Go and do sex magic, sleep with these 2 things, make her suck your dick to the head is hurting and all of these things. Listen, people, follow your mind, follow God. Don't let these people mislead you, man. You get me? It's these type of people that are cussing Jesus Christ because these demons don't like to hear the name. Because these demons will flee from him. If the right person starts saying Jesus Christ for them, he'll flee. You get me? These people are just in it for the money. These people are not going to heaven. They're just in it for the money. No matter how much little good they do, because he does little good. He helps people in that. But what is man doing when man is doing certain things to get the money and live a certain type of lifestyle and do some type of blood covenants, people? Nah, it's wrong. It's wrong. You get me? But anyway, we're going to move on, people, man. So, you know that we're on the topic of sex magic. And we also know sex magic comes with blood covenants. You'd be surprised to know, people, as well. People are also doing these things with animals. You get me? My family members are strong when it comes to sleeping with animals and doing blood covenant with animals, sex magic with animals. You're not listening. They have to prove themselves to Satan. A lot of these people out here are Satan's kids. Not everyone is from God. I keep telling you this. They say man is made in the image of God. It's a lie. Not everyone is made in the image of God. You get me? And not everyone on the earth is from God. There's only a few. A few. Look when Jesus was around. Just watch Jesus movies and he will tell you, read the Bible. You get me? Jesus was actually telling people, like, you guys are from the devil. That's why you guys don't understand me. That's why you guys don't respect me. That's why you guys don't want to follow me. Because you guys are not from my God. If you was from my God, you will understand me. You will know that I'm coming. Even when the Bible was telling them, because John the Baptist was telling them that Jesus was coming. You get me? But I'm going to move on, people, man, because like I said, these things there just get me pissed off sometimes, you know, because it's tough. It's tough. You get me? Yeah, man. So like I said, people, I've taught you guys a lot, man. And I told you lot that this is a traditional thing, people, man. I'm British Jamaican. It's just not in my only my culture, in Jamaica that these things these things are top in Africa. And these are some serious blood covenants, people, man. It's not godly, it's not righteous. Trust me. Trust me, it's not. And if you go back to that, the Indians, the Asians, the Pakistanians and all of these things, why do you think that their families like to do arranged marriage? Have you ever thought about that yet? Why do you think that these families like to do arranged marriage? That's because when they're doing arranged marriage, people, they're being coupled up with a partner of their own family. And this is what they do. These families are spread out. You get me? But you'll meet, you'll think, you know what, my parents have friends and they have a big family. And you won't even know that the bloodline is long. Because the bloodline, people, the way things running on the earth, the way how the devil and Satan and the Lucifer want it running, is that you must keep it in the family. And this is why when you're out there and you're righteous people don't like to keep it in the family, you know. You get me? Once you go against that and you go against their will, they want to kill you for that. They want to take you out the game for that. You best believe, people. It's not a joke. These things are real. You get me? These are blood covenants that are made in families and deals done with fake gods. You get me? So, going to move on again. Yeah, man. So I told you the story about my cousins, my family, my big brother, my mum, my stepdad. And like I said, my family needs to be investigated. Because a lot of them have young kids, man. And none of them are pure people. They're being touched. My kids are being touched. You get me? By my family. And like I said, I'm happy that God took me out of there, because it's only a matter of time before they could have sent me to prison and tried to pin things on me. Because that's how evil these people are. These people are working with the devil. You get me? These people are working with the devil. These people are from the devil's kingdom. These are the things that they like to do. And this is the reason why, like I said, these people live to old ages. My grandma's old as fuck. And she hasn't taught no one in the family about God. You get me? Apparently she used to be a pastor. She used to be an evangelist. I've been to a few of their church. They wrap their heads. They put pens in their head. They do it in Jamaica as well. It's revivalist. It's not real. It's not real church. It's obia. It's witchcraft. They got the coconuts all around the place. You get me? Witches and warlocks, people. That's what they are. Family members from the marine kingdom. Family members from the sea. Family members that are reptilians. Family members that are demons. That's out there just trying to steal people's gifts. Steal people's destinies. Steal people's blessings. That's what my family is all about. You get me? They need to be investigated. And I believe, I'm giving you the prophecy, guys. All these kids in the family, including my kids, are going to come out and speak about these things, you know, because let me tell you something. 2024, a lot of things are being revealed. A lot of things started being revealed from last year, 2023. But it's going to get worse. I'm telling you, God is working in mysterious ways right now. And this is why I tell you, people, the journey is important. This is why my family is hiding from me right now. The kids in my family are going to come out and start speaking about things like this, because spells are going to be broken. Because when God says yes, no one says no. And this is what you call breaking generational curse. I'm breaking this shit. You get me? If God asked me about my family, asked me if I know them, I don't know them. I do not know who they are. They don't ring my phone. My big brother tried to call me about a week ago, but I already know he's spying, because I'm the talk of the town in the family right now. Because I've been exposing their clout. Pardon me, people. And the only thing they can do is try and send their witchcraft attacks, try to set me up to kill me with friends from Camberwell that I grew up with, not knowing that we're all bloody family. Almost everybody in the neighborhood is family. The government knows about these things. It's a bloodline. I have African in me, not only Jamaican. I have Jewish in me. You get me? We are the Israelites. People, the bloodline is deep. During slaveries, our family was sold, sacrificed, and scattered all over the place, even Portugal, all everywhere. So when people out there even cussing the white man, cussing white people, you lot are stupid. Because even the white people have black in them. A lot of the white people are related to us. You dumbasses. People. This is why God says people suffer for the lack of knowledge. But this is what they do. They do these things to cause hate crimes so the government and the scientists can do what they're doing in the background to keep people distracted. Do you get what I'm trying to say? But anyway, we're gonna move on. Yeah, man, we talked about that. So I'm gonna tell you lot now about how 2019 went really bad for me. And how I was suffering with the breathing problems. And this goes back to all the blood covenants and my destiny being stolen. And like I said, we are all spiritual beings on the earth. A lot of people don't understand this yet because they're not woke. And whoever's part woke is joking around. You get me? People need to come out and speak about these things more because slowly I'm on YouTube. And like I said, I like to watch Vibes in 5. Vibes in 5, Arnold, this man from Ghana, his show from Ghana. People, watch Vibes in 5, Arnold's show from Ghana. There's a lot of spiritualists on there. I don't agree with all of them. And a lot of them are all type of different beings. I've heard a man come and say that he's an alien yesterday. You gotta believe him. And what approached him, and he even said it's a secret. It's a secret. And he asked him, "Well, can you tell us about it?" And he said, he started laughing and he gave him a little insight. But you understand, there's certain things you can't talk about. You have to respect that. Because he's in a secret society. You get me? But you don't need to watch that. Vibes in 5, Arnold show. There's a lot of spiritual beings that come out and talk about a lot of these things, people. And the ones that do know about these things are acting like they're dumb. You'll never hear them talk about these things. I'm telling you. So 2019, before I was delivered, I had some serious breathing problem. I didn't know that my family was doing so much witchcraft on me. My friends were doing witchcraft on me. The woman that I was sharing a bed with for flipping 8 years was doing witchcraft on me. I didn't know so much people want me dead, people. You get me? I must be a really important person. When I check back now, I'm a bloody prophet. You get me? And this is what they do, people.
At Pension B, we have responsible...
Sorry about this again. For years, people, and this has been going on for years, these people have been killing God's prophets. Killing God's prophets, setting them up. Every time God sent them to do work, they've been killing them off. But the days of that is done. Gone all the days when people used to do those type of shit, and they can't even try that shit with me anymore because the Most High got my back. It's never going to work. So they can keep sending their spiritual attacks. I'm still going to talk. I'm going to make videos. I'm going to put this shit on YouTube. I'm going to make sure that this goes viral. These people must be exposed. And when everyone does see this video, I want everyone to get the courage and expose the people that have been doing them and molesting them and doing blood covenants on them and doing deals on them. You get me? Expose them, people. Don't be scared. Be scared no more. Fair not. I'm telling you. So, like I said, people, when these things happen to you, and they still, my parents and everyone, the youths from Campbell, I'm a musician. I can't even do music right now. There's so much people trying to steal my destiny and steal my blessings. It is crazy. And like I said, people, 2020, 2019, 2020, breathing problems getting worse. I was on 2 inhalers. You get me? And when I looked back and I got a vision, and I saw my coffin, and I saw I was buried, and I saw my name on there, the date from when I was born, 1994. Thanks to Janice that came with the numbers. Janice is the gatekeeper of numbers and the gatekeeper of time. So I saw 1994 when I was born, and I saw around 1920 I should have been dead. You get me? So I should have been dead around, what, 27? People, when people say the good die young, you better believe. You better believe, people. A lot of people die young, and a lot of them are good people. A lot of them are good people. A lot of them were prophets. Get me? A lot of them were prophetess. You best believe, people, a lot of them was actually God's chosen people. They've been doing this for years, and it's still going on. And this is how a lot of these people get their power. And these are a lot of people out here living off people's dreams and destinies and living off people's spirits. You get me? So you just learn something new again. You get me? And that's really serious. I'm gonna say that for another topic anyways. You get me? So yeah, man. So yeah, this just goes, but like I said, people, now, like I said, I'm a spiritual being, man. You get me? Real people, real man of God can read people without ease. So now I'm even picking up, like, even the teenagers in my family now. It's getting worse. The teenagers in my family now have grown up having, well, it's just the same pattern, really. Have grown up having sex with their sisters, having sex with their cousins. But it gets even worse when you see, and I'm seeing it and I can see them, and when I'm telling them, listen to the family members, you don't need to repent, you need to confess. And they're going around telling people that I'm a crazy, I'm a madman. And then they're hiding from me. Nobody wants to know me no more. Nobody wants to call me no more. Let me tell you something. I'm on their tail like a hawk. I'm on their case like a greyhound. You get me? God said, speak. I have authority. I'm exposing everything about them. And they're going to feel the wrath of God. I feel sorry for them. They should have just repented when I told them to. They're going to feel some serious wrath. I promise you. Behold. Behold, people. Anyways, the teenagers now. The younger generations are growing up. And they're also touching the babies, touching kids. A lot of them are knowing that they can, a lot of them are hearing voices. A lot of them are speaking to demons. And the demons are telling them to do certain things and they're doing it. And telling them that they can be rich and they can get money. And this is also happening again in my family. My little brother. You get me? My little brother. 1 second, guys. Let me just send someone a message quickly because I'm receiving a phone call. An important phone call. 1 second. Yeah, sorry about that, people. That's an important phone call. I've got to attend to that when I'm done. I don't want to be distracted because I'm preaching right now. I'm teaching right now. So I want everyone to stay focused and listen to what's going on, because I want you not to, and once you not see this video and you not hear this message, I want you not to start analysing everyone in your family. And a lot of people that do watch this video, I know you've probably done something bad in your life. You probably touched a kid. Thank God I haven't. But let me tell you something. Don't be scared to repent, because what you've done is going to determine if you're going to go to heaven or hell. And God is, these times, is all about repent and confession, people. You get me? God don't sleep. He sees everything. He sees everything. You get me? If you think that God missed a thing, you're having a laugh. You're having a big laugh, people. You get me? When you see this video, just repent and confess. God's not going to hurt you. The authorities are not going to hurt you. But what you're doing something good. You're cleaning your conscience. You're cleaning your mind. You're cleaning your soul so God can do amazing things for you and use you to come out here and speak to people about these things. Do not be ashamed of yourself. You get me? Do not be ashamed of yourself, people. Do the right thing. Always do the right thing. Because, let me tell you something. These people in the world is not going to determine where you go. The people that you start with is never the people who you end with. They can't determine your destiny. You get me? They cannot determine your destiny. God does. If God wants to protect you, you best believe God will protect you. But let me tell you something. The dark side will finish you off and kill you quicker than you believe. And dying without repentance and confession is a hell of a thing, people. It's a hell of a thing. Don't be one of those. You get me? So, yeah, man. So like I said, my family and that, a lot of these things are happening in a secret party. The government are involved. The scientists are involved. This is a matrix system, people. It's a secret society. This is why if you're not woke, they're never going to tell you about these things. And if you're not one of them, you'll never know about these things. You get me? And if you're blind to these things, a lot of people have done stuff like this. And they don't know why. You get me? They don't know why. But let me tell you something. It's a society thing. And if you're not part of them and you speak about it, they will blast you. They will say all type of things about you. They'll try to get you sectioned. They'll try to get you killed physically and spiritually. So you best believe, people. You get me? So, yeah, man. I've told you a lot now about my family. It was really hard to open up about a situation like this. Really hard to talk about this. But I was molested when I was a kid. And at the end of the day, what am I going to do? I'm not going to hold it in forever. And I'm just happy that I got to know who God is for myself, the true and living God, the Alpha and the Omega that is. You get me? took on the road with Christ and actually kind of better myself and come and teach people about these things. But it made me stronger. Before, I used to be scared. I used to cry about these things. I couldn't talk about these things. You get me? I was embarrassed. I was really embarrassed. But now I talk about these things with ease because I know that there's a lot of people out here that's waiting to hear this message. You get me? And I can't wait for them to hear this message because I want everyone to do well in life. I want everyone to make it to heaven. Well, not everyone, because not everyone's going to make it to heaven. But I want everyone to just, just help yourself, help people, man. You get me? It's just simple as that. So, yeah, I told you what, man. My family members are running away from me right now. You get me? I haven't even spoke to my own mum maybe almost a year now. But she sends people to spy on me by phone calls and stuff like that. The only one I speak to is my sister that is mentally ill for 13 years. God bless her soul. I know she's going to come around. You're not going to see God work in mysterious ways soon, I'm giving out this prophecy on here through this topic. My sister is mentally ill for 13 years. And you're not going to see her come around. And she's going to come, she might be, you're not going to see her on my show. You're not going to see her on my show. She's not going to be doing some podcasts. You're not going to see her on my show. And she's going to be telling you, everything that my family's been doing. Because let me tell you something. With me being on my journey and serving the Most High God, they better know they can't kill my sister. They can't kill my sister. And I'm going to make sure they don't kill my sister. It's either them or it's them before her. My sister's going to come out and she's going to tell you about a lot of dark secrets. You get me? And she's going to come out and find out to know that a few of the kids that she birthed are not real. They're spiritual beings. And the partner that she done covenants with are warlocks. You get me? But that's for another time. That's for another video anyways, man. But for now, God bless her soul. She's in Wolseley right now. And her spirit's just been taken over. She's in a dark place, people. She's just in a dark place. It's not sad. And you have some people out here that actually think that spirit, people being mentally ill is real. No. Their body's being taken over by legions of demons and they're just in a dark place. You get me? The same way when they said that the person is dead and Jesus came and said, no, he's not dead, he's sleeping. And you can see through Jesus, God gave that person life. That was a renewed spirit. Only God can breathe breath into a man. When God says yes, no one says no. You got to remember that. You get me? So I just want everyone to know, man, that the earth that we're living on, people, is a really evil place. It's a really, really, really evil place, people. You get me? And when you're a light walking in darkness, it's tough. It's tough. It's really, really tough. It's just when people don't respect you just because you're serving the true and living God and you're not doing the nastiness that they're doing. You get me? Yeah, and it's just simple as that, man. You get me? Like, I told everyone one story the other day. I was having a conversation with this brother that lives in my household, and it's like we had a debate. And more time I don't have a debate, but I like to hear other people's opinion and we'll have conversations. And a lot of the time, these people will talk about how they're serving God and this and that. And yeah, when you told them about yourself and your God and that, they want to downplay you. But then they're gonna come, I can see there's something special about you. And then you have a few drinks with them. Then you realize that these people are really serving darkness. Not like you didn't know from the get-go, because you're already reading that guy. So you're already seeing all of his sins. But it's so shocking when you see a man talking about how he loves women and this and that, and you see that a man will try it on with you. Let me tell you something. Sodom and Gomorrah got bombed down already, You get me? That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna leave it there, people. Don't just listen to anyone and trust people when they say they love God and they're serving God. Because let me tell you something. I come in contact with no one so far that is serving the true and living God. I'm just being honest with you. So anyways, we're gonna move on from there. Yeah, man, so, yeah, that's about it, people. That's about it, man. So I just want you lot to know, man, I have no family. I haven't seen my kids in 2 years as well. Everyone is hiding from me. You get me? Everyone was hoping that I would have went mad or gone off the rails and stopping the kids, even though she told me that the boys are not mine. Fair play to her. I'm going to be in those kids' life regardless. Because when God says yes, no one says no. And let me tell you something. God is going to give those boys my DNA. Because right now, those kids are bastards. You get me? They don't know who the father is. She's been sleeping all over the place, making blood covenants all over the place. You get me? And Her mum's the same. Her family's the same. My family's the same. When is it going to end? When is it going to end, people? So, I just want to say thanks to God and Jesus Christ, man. You get me? And the true living daughter. You lot will know about the true living daughter, Samara. You lot will know about the true living daughter down the line, you get me? That has delivered me from all of this mess and helped me to break this. Right now, I'm breaking this generational curse. You get me? A lot of people out here, a lot of people that are going to watch in this video, you need to understand, you lot are going through a generational curse. If you're not saying Jesus Christ, God don't know you. And just being honest with you. And there's a lot of false gods out here that people are worshipping. You get me? So, I just want the best for everyone, man. The same way how I want the best for myself is the same way I want the best for everyone. Life is not easy. No one said life is going to be easy. But then again, if you're going to take the shortcut road, where's that going to lead you? To hell? Is it worth it? No. I keep telling people, I'd rather be a poor man and die poor. I know that me being poor is what saved me to make it into heaven. You get what I'm trying to say? But at the end of the day, I'm just here to highlight all this darkness that's going on in families, man. And talk about what's happening behind closed doors when you're leaving your kids with people that you think that you can trust them. You get me? The people that was meant to be protecting me was molesting me. So, like I said, people, man, I got great prophecy, man. These kids are going to come out and talk. When God says yes, no one can say no. You get me? And if you don't know by now, all of these demons that people serve, all of these false gods that people serve, you get me? Satan, Lucifer, the devil, they're all running the earth. But, my God, the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end, the creator of the heaven and the earth and the hell, is the ruler of all. Which means that these people are working for my God. People have been tested. And they're failing the test like there's no tomorrow, people. A lot of people have lost their self, lost their morals, lost their sanity. A lot of people are finished. A lot of people fell short to the kingdom of darkness. I once was living in darkness. But when I was living in darkness, people, I was a light. I've helped people, and when I look what they was doing to me behind closed door, people, I'm telling you, only God knows I'm still standing and I'm still smiling. You know why? I'm a different being to these people, man. You get me? I'm a different being to these people. Not everyone's the same. I tell you, you might be born into your family, but let me tell you something. The people you start with is never the people that you end with. And not everyone's going to the same place. I'm telling you that right now. But so far, everyone outside I've seen is being misled. Is running down the hype, chasing lifestyle, chasing greed, chasing money gods, being controlled by money spirit. Janice got the world going crazy. You get me? People are making blood covenants. You have young people making having kids now at a very young age, and it's a blood covenant. People are hearing voices. People are being controlled by demons. The demons, them are telling people to do some crazy shit. People are taking oaths with demons. Their vessels being used. There's a lot of people out here that are unclean spirits. But apart from that, people, man, I'm going to leave this video here, man. This video is all about sex magic, people. Sex magic. Sex magic is a blood covenant. You have to be careful. It can make you do fucked up shit. It can fuck up your life. It can make you get sacrificed. You can even sacrifice yourself. Because if you're out there and you're having, and you go and have sex with, like what L.A. Lewis is telling people to do, go and have sex, where is this, man? Like L.A. Lewis is telling people to do, go and have sex with prostitutes, pay money for prostitutes. People, listen, in life you have to respect yourself, man. You get me? Don't be like L.A. Lewis. You have to respect yourself. See? Look at this man again. You get me? When I say you fucked a hot girl, this is lust.
So Mr. Dave, look at money where you get from the government.
Now
money where you also, Mr. Dave.
Now he's telling him.
Buy some pussy, Mr. Dave, with
See?
sex.
Now he's telling him the money that he gets from the government, he should go and buy pussy with it.
Magic, what was that name? Magic. You know what about it yet?
See? All he's doing is just trying to send another brother to hell. When a real righteous man's going to tell him, listen, brother, get on your journey with the Most High God is important. Break a generational curse. You get me? Get what's yours, your generational wealth, your heritage. Get it all back. Because the birth certificate is what's killing everyone at the moment. You get me? But at the end of the day, people, I'm going to leave this video here, man. I hope everyone learned something, and I hope everyone learned from what I've taught you guys. And like I said, this video haven't been easy, man, because to tell you a lot about even my cousin and me having sex with each other at a young age, it's not a nice thing to talk about. It's really embarrassing. It's just that I've got the energy and the strength to talk about it now. Before, I used to hide. Even I used to see her at parties and stuff. It used to be so awkward to her. We'll say hello, but then again, we won't have a conversation. We'll act like we don't know each other, and we act like nothing's happened. You get me? And something like that is not nice, man, because when we grew up and before that even happened, we actually respect each other. We had a lot of fun. We couldn't wait. I couldn't wait for her to come over to my house and so we can play, watch movies and eat food. My mum used to cook food and vice versa. Before all of that happened and we got older and we realised, shit, you get me? And there's a lot of people and a lot of families that are doing these things and going with these things and they never talk about it. A lot of people have bring these type of stuff to their grave. You get me? So people, that's it, man. I'm done, man. I'm done. That's the end of the topic, people. I'm gonna be back here speaking to you lot about more topics. I've got topics for days, tug-of-war style, for days. You get me? I've got topic for days, people. So, like I said, this is the end of this video, man. I hope everyone stays blessed. Today's Monday. Well, let me tell you something. I need to stop saying Monday to Sunday and all this time because all of these are man-made shit by Janice. But it is what it is. Today's Monday evening, man. And yeah, I hope everyone have a wonderful evening. I hope everyone stay blessed. I hope everyone have a wonderful time. I hope everyone pray. I hope everyone do their journey with the Most High God is really important. What God has for you, no dark side, no one can give you it. Not even sex magic, what L.A. Lewis is telling people to do, can give you that. You get me? So apart from that, people, stay blessed. It's a boy, Prophet Rye, man. I'm out. Peace.